Hi everyone, and welcome back to the other side of the turf, the show where we talk all things Burnley FC from wherever life takes you. I'm Kristian, also known as Blue Claret, and this time I'm turning in from Montenegro, working on a boat with a very festive setup behind me. So welcome, guys.
Just see those sleigh bells jingle and ring, tingle, tingling too.
So yes, 7 defeats in a row now, Christmas decorations on, and Burnley discussions coming from a marina in Europe. If that doesn't sum up being a Burnley fan, I don't know what does. If you're new here, this channel has always been about following Burnley wherever you are, Australia, Europe, or anywhere in between. So let's get into it. I won't lie. Straight after the Fulham game, I was fuming. I made a reaction to the channel, and it was a 3 minute video of me absolutely slagging out Scott Parker and the Burnley players. And to be honest, it was a very in the heat of the moment situation where I felt these emotions building up for days on ends and weeks on ends rather, and I finally cracked and I made a video where I pretty much saying Scott Parker needs to be sacked now. I'll drop it here. I was watching it and watch it in bed because I'm so mad after that performance. It's ridiculous. But once I've calmed down, I don't think that tells the full story. Tactically, I didn't think we were awful overall, but there were some strange moments. Putting Tresor in on an unnatural CDM role where when we were 3-1 down felt odd. I couldn't tell whether Parker was being conservative or experimenting, but it didn't suit the situation. The players also have to take full responsibility for this. I thought that the players let through some sloppy goals, like we'll touch on later in the video. I thought we didn't look like we had the engine power that Fulham had, and that's quite concerning since Fulham are a bottom half table team and we're still not putting in the efforts that we need to be to be competing to stay in the Premier League, in all honesty. Yeah, the second half we were very fatigued and we didn't look like we had the power that Fulham had whatsoever. And one thing, I'll be honest, I wouldn't start Foster at the moment, although I know he's going to AFCON and he'll be missing for up to 4 weeks. He just doesn't look like he was at the start of the season, just like Jane Anthony was, and it's quite concerning because we need some strikers, we need some attacking power, and the only way we're getting that is through Fleming and Brozier, but Brozier hasn't even touched the score sheet this season, which is concerning. Hartman's performance, I thought, was one where he started very bad. It kind of ruined his review of his performance for me, where letting into that first goal, and he did end up getting an assist, but it didn't touch the potential that we know that Hartman possesses. Parker also spoke about after the game about the fans booing, and I think it's important to listen to what he actually said. He said, "That makes me sad. Obviously, it was only 4 months ago that I was standing on the balcony in the town centre and all of us were celebrating, and the fans were right with us. And within 4 months, that quickly changes." And I get both sides of this. From a fan's point of view, 7 defeats in a row at home is going to bring frustration. But from Parker's side, 4 months ago, we were all celebrating together. Promotion, optimism, momentum. That quote tells me that this isn't a manager who's detached or doesn't care. It shows how quickly football can turn from momentum, from being 100 points in the championship to now being struggling in the Premier League, which that's why the conversation around Scott Parker right now is such a difficult one. For me, sacking him right now feels reactionary. There aren't many managers available who could come in and instantly do a better job. If you were to pick a manager, fans, who would you select that would come in from? I couldn't pick someone out of the back of my hand. There's Lampard speculations, there's all sorts of different speculations, but none that really look realistic to me, honest, that can do the same job that Scott Park has done for us and instantly hit the ground running. We had Sean Dyche as an option, but I think his time at the turf has come to an end, sadly. I mean, he'll all be living in our memories that the Royal died when we're having a couple of pints, but yes, it's disappointing. But if this run continues into mid-January, the pressure becomes really, really, really serious, and I think that's when ALK have to put the foot down and say, that's enough if we don't get a point or anything out of the next few matches. So for me, on the sack scale watch, I'd have to put Scott Parker on a scale of 1 to 10. I'd have to put him at about an 8, a serious danger at the moment. Couple more bad performances, and I don't see him staying any longer. I don't know. I don't know who would come in, but I don't think we can honestly continue with that if we have another no points rewarded by mid-January. So we're going to have a special guest joining us once again. We got Callum joining us, and he will be giving us a bit of a balanced view. Mine could be quite harsh sometimes, so it would be nice to bring another Burnley fan in from the heart of Burnley, proper supporter, good lad, and we'll welcome Callum on very shortly.
We'll talk about
Loving
how you
the
go.
attire.
Yeah, got the full thing going.
How good, mate. All right, we're going. Let's go straight into the reaction of your feelings straight after the game. Was it more anger, frustration, or just exhaustion from the drive?
It kind of a combination of a lot of things, really. I mean, yeah, I was angry, I was annoyed. Obviously, I was absolutely knackered, but just more annoyed to see, you know, just no effort from anybody.
That's
Especially,
it.
Cullen Hartman. That third goal was absolutely atrocious. Just jogging back. The first goal was just sticking his leg out. You've got
Yeah,
your whole
no, that
body
was
there.
appalling. No, he could have done a lot better there, 100%. And that's what all the Burnley fans, I feel like, are feeling at the moment. That although our eyes are on looking to buy a new attacker, our defense have just let us down quite recently as well, which is making it even more difficult going into January. I don't even know if we're going to buy
100%.
anyone at this rate, but fingers crossed that they'll give us a bit of money to allow that.
Yeah, I'm not too
And
sure what I feel about that
yeah,
because if we're going to sack Parker, then you need to be able to back whatever manager you sign by giving them money to do something in the transfer window. If we don't sack Parker and we keep him, there's no point, putting any brass into any more players because we're going to go down if we keep him.
yeah.
Sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Yeah, that
So do
also
we?
comes into play. Do you think Carl Walker would stay if Scott Parker went?
I'm not sure. He's only signed a
Yeah,
2-year contract, and we didn't spend heaps on him. We only spent, I think, 5 million.
yeah.
So he might stay, but will he be happy about going to Championship?
That's the
Someone who's been
question.
like top tier Prem player basically his entire career, besides when he was at Northampton.
That's the question.
You got to, yeah, you got to sort of ask, is that something that he's willing to do? I know a lot of players that we have wouldn't be.
Exactly. And when he first got interviewed for joining the club, he said his main motive for joining the club was Scott Parker and his trust in him.
Mm.
And that could kind of contradict itself coming to whatever happens next season. I mean, our chances of staying up are very slim, but
Yeah,
Um, but I'm still trying to hold in hope, even though there isn't much. But we need a bloody
yeah,
point at least coming into the new year. We at least want to come away with a Christmas miracle and get a point away from Bournemouth, or at least, yeah,
exactly. I mean,
yeah,
crazy things have happened. I mean, I remember when we had Sean Dyche, got to be what, I think maybe 7 years ago now.
yeah.
It was around Christmas time, we had 12 points. And then after Christmas, we absolutely blitzed it and we comfortably stayed up.
That's it.
Crazy things have
Right
happened.
now, right now, are you blaming the players, the managers, or a bit of everything?
I'm sort of blaming everything at the moment. I'm
Yeah,
blaming because I've been hearing things, you can't blame everything on Parker. You can't blame everything on the players on the board. But Parker has had some terrible recruitment, but that's not all on him these days. That also goes to the board, who you can tell are focusing a bit more on Spain. The players, they're playing in Parker's system, but they also seem to not be playing for him. They're being quite lazy. They're not doing their jobs. We spoke about Hartman. Ugo Chukwu, he has been class, but even then, he's a defensive midfielder playing in a cam role, and he's not defending. It's like he's not playing his role in the team. So everything's just sort of a mess at the moment, and it's hard to find one specific point to blame. It's just the whole club just is sort of crumbling before our
yeah.
eyes.
I couldn't agree more, to be honest. But yeah. Things need to look a bit brighter, and hopefully a bit of Christmas spirit can give us a couple of points coming into the new year. Parker, yeah, exactly.
Hopefully.
Parker mentioned after the match against Fulham how quickly things changed with fans, and how did that quote land with you? I'm not sure if you quite heard, but he was said. 4 months ago, we were sitting on the in Burnley in a parade, all the fans, and 4 months later down the track, you got the fans booing him at home. How does that sit with you?
Don't agree with booing him because that was the only bit of noise we made that entire night. For the last
Yeah,
5 minutes at game is when we actually started to, make some sound. It was all Fulham the entire time. And then right at the end, everyone just starts booing. It's like that's not going to give the team any confidence to go forward and do anything. I understand everyone's frustrated, but booing your manager and booing your players, that's only going to mess with them in the head more and not it's not going to push them forward. You look at the likes of Leeds, they're not booing their players when they're losing. They're still behind them, singing their hearts out. We need to be doing the same. Otherwise, our players are just going to keep deteriorating and not putting in any effort. No wonder why Hartman was just jogging if we're not
yeah,
there backing them.
exactly. All right, let's lighten the mood a bit slightly. Which Burnley fan are you at the moment? Are you the trust the process fan, or are you the sack him tonight fan, or are you just the just beat someone I'm tired fan?
Just beat someone I'm tired fan at the moment.
Yeah, I think we're all feeling like that. We've had
Yeah.
our rants and said that with Parker needs to go, or the players aren't doing enough. But I'm with you here. We just need to bloody beat someone.
Hopefully, I got my fingers crossed for a bit of good luck here. I
Yeah,
mean, we didn't have luck against Fulham. They haven't beaten us at Turf since 1951. But last time we were in Prem, the Christmas fixtures are the ones where we actually pulled something. I remember I
yeah,
was in Sweden at the time on the 23rd of December, just sat there like, I'll watch it, but I don't care. We're going to lose. And we end up winning. The Christmas fixtures actually went well for us. I'm hoping we're going to get that this time. Hopefully, we get something at Bournemouth, even if it's just a point, and hopefully, we get something at Everton. Also,
that's great.
something at home to Everton.
Yeah.
But
Um.
I'm not going to be
Okay.
too optimistic.
Yeah. We'll go into a quick fire round again. So
Hey,
yeah. Most frustrating moment this season.
oh, most frustrating. I'd probably say West Ham away.
I'd agree. Dubravka's couple nightmares.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
horror.
Yeah.
We looked so hot on the ball and out of nowhere.
Yeah. That's it. Most frustrating player at the moment.
Quincy Hartman.
It would have to be. He did mind manage to find himself an assist um last match with the I think it was the Son goal. Um
Yeah,
but it kind of came off like either the defender or Fleming's head, I think. I'm not sure, but it did actually fall
yeah.
down as an assist. But for me, I'd say so as well. Just that first goal, like you need to be doing better as a defender. You need to clear your lines. We all know that he has potential and he can be a good player. He's
Hmm.
recently just got married as well, so shout out to Q Hartman for getting married. Hopefully that gives him a bit of spirit going into the next match and
Hopefully.
yeah, slightly better.
I do
Um,
have one more name actually. Mike Tresor.
yeah,
'Cause he came on for the last couple of minutes of that game and the quality just changed. Why he was played in a CDM role when he's a winger, I have no idea. But he came on the pitch and he just seemed to know immediately what was going on, what everyone should be doing. He was pointing out to everybody where they should be passing. Not pass to me, it's like pass over there. Like
yeah.
you
I
haven't
don't
played
understand
in
that
about 20
situation.
years.
Yeah, I don't understand that situation. That's one I think the club needs to touch on a little bit more if they don't continue to give him game time because he seems to be a quality player, but he's not getting the game time.
Exactly.
Um, one thing you would change about Burnley right now.
Oh, goodness me. One thing only. Oh, our tactics.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, actually, no,
Do you,
tell you what, scrap that. Our atmosphere and backing of the team.
yeah, that's a quality
It's a
answer.
library up turf, and it shouldn't
Yeah,
be.
yeah. Yeah, it did seem as a viewers watching on the telly that I could majority of the time hear Fulham fans, but I couldn't hear the Burnley fans, which was quite disappointing. Yeah, there was
Mm,
a couple of times where you could hear the Burnley fans, but more times than not, it was the boos and the frustration you could hear. So
yeah.
that's a good answer. And Last one, Bournemouth away, win, draw, or lose.
Okay, so optimistically, a 2-1 win. Realistically, probably a 3-0 loss if we're playing at the Vitality after that game against United.
Yeah, no, they look
But I'm
quality
gonna,
that match.
yeah, oh, what a game that were. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna put them two together and say, you know what, bugger it. Let's say a 2-2 draw or a 1-1 draw because we're not very prolific going forward. I can take a draw away at Bournemouth. Let's go with a 1-1.
You'll take a draw? Yeah, I'll take a draw. I think
I would take a draw. Yeah.
anything right now that isn't 0 points, we would be happy with, just to give us a bit of
Don't make
momentum
it
going
8 in a
into the.
row.
Yeah, yeah, please. When does it get to a point where Parker, ALK, and Alan Pace go, right, this is enough, we've seen enough, or does it not happen?
Well, I don't think ALK will do it. I mean, I'm hoping they will because with company, the longest stretch we went without a win was 6 games. Sorry, without a point was 6 games. We're now 7, and it's looking like it could very well be 8 against Bournemouth.
Yeah,
Any other Premier League team, they managed to get in the chop after that.
yeah,
We backed them at the beginning. We had faith in the process where things were going well. We beat Leeds, we beat Sunderland, who were fighting for Europe. We beat Wolves, which was we were settling for a point in that one. Draw with Forest. Like we were getting things. We were happy with how things were. We couldn't complain too much. Now it's just gone completely downhill. If we lose against Bournemouth, as much as I like Parker, he has to go. At that point, you could blame the players for being lazy, ALK for his recruitment and his money that he's putting in. We need a change of how things are going to go. Instead of just long balling it, Dyche style, where you can tell we gave up doing that, you're going to have to get rid of Parker at that point.
yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, to be honest. It's frustrating as being a Burnley fan, seeing the start of the season and being relatively optimistic about how things are going, and then all of a sudden we're in December now and it's 7 in a row. It's
Mm.
just the life of a Burnley fan, though, isn't it? It happens every bloody time.
We're
We want
now
change.
six
We want
points
change.
away of
Yeah,
getting out of relegation.
yeah,
Sorry, 7 points away. And that's if Leeds don't get any more points.
exactly. Yeah, things are looking quite dire at the moment, but we really appreciate having you on, Callum. Before we wrap
Thank you for having
up,
me on again.
have you got any message for the frustrated Burnley fans out there at the moment, including myself?
Oh, a message. My message is that we've been through this before, twice. We don't want to go through it again, but if it happens, we all know the championship is better. At least we have something to look forward to if we do go down.
Yeah, beat the bloody bastards.
Oh, I love the
That's if they
championship.
stay up, mate.
Yeah, they're looking pretty dire as well.
Yeah. But yeah, that'll do it for today. I'll cut the video there. But yeah, I always appreciate you having you on, Callum, and
I appreciate being on, pal.
you've been there since my channel started, so I really appreciate it. You're
Of
actually a
course,
legend,
man.
mate.
Just see those sleigh bells jingle and ring, tingle, tingling.